label system. Now, I think that the label system is like the heart of the whole thing. I'm here in my workroom and I wanted to show you how I make these labels. I just first print them out, and they're just the recipe on a piece of paper, and then I trim them with my little paper cutter, and then I put them inside a pouch of lamination. I have to put a dab of glue on each one so that as it goes through the machine it doesn't move around or slip. When I started, I just laminated the whole page and let you trim them, but that makes it so that the edges are not laminated. So I went ahead and trimmed them and put them in lamination, and then you can trim them after you get them like this. The recipe labels are very, very convenient. You can just trim them up with your scissors and put it on the side of your empty container that you're going to put your dry mix into. Little double stick tape, double-sided tape on the back of each one so that they won't slip out of place when they're going through the laminator. And then I can place them on the lamination sheets very easily and they won't move around. I don't try to get it on here perfectly because I know that the person who orders these labels will have the time to cut it carefully around the edges and make them all even. And we just send them through. Gotta adjust the sides, make sure that they're going through straight. It starts to pull it through. So when I'm laying them out, I try to make sure that there's plenty of room around each one and some on the edge so that we don't have to cut every edge. Maybe these will be close enough to the edge where we won't have to cut this side. And all you have to do is cut across here. And I'm making enough room for you to be able to trim it with your scissors and get really close, but not too close because you want to be able to have a seal so that those will stay good forever, even if you wipe them down with a wet cloth. Now, if you wanted to do this process yourself, you could. You can just order them not laminated, and then you could laminate them yourself. That would be one idea. I matched them together with the things that will be needed for that project. So if you wanted to do mega meat, for instance, you're going to need flavor veggies, and then the flavor veggies are all right here on this sheet. And then you'll also need rice, lentils, some seeds, So I put that all on one sheet so that you could just keep that sheet, and when you're ready to start making mega meat, you can start gathering these ingredients, label them, get them ready, and start making mega meat. When you get your baking soda, your baking powder, and your yeast and vanilla powder, organic sugar, when you get them all in the same place, all loaded up and refilled and ready to use, you can make your own baked goods so efficiently and know exactly what's in there. And know that it's not going to be full of chemicals. It's not going to be bad sugar or bad salt or anything harmful to your body. You can choose what's in there. The next one would be the dry mix setup. We have honey powder and bread mix and all the things that we do to make wheat projects. Waffles and pancakes and bread and pitas, all the wheat products. This is on one sheet, so you can set that aside, and when you're ready to start making your wheat products, this is all ready to go. And then when you start to have all of your little mixes, just the extra goodies, these are kind of like the icing on the cake, you know. You have all these little things ready to mix up just by adding water. And you will love being this efficient, where lunchtime or dinner time is just a matter of adding hot water and stirring. The granola labels bring together all the ingredients for granola or granola bars, oatmeal cookies, crunch toppings on top of cobbler, and that kind of thing. So it's kind of your healthy sweets. And then we have the sweets that some people just wouldn't have in their house. You know, the old-fashioned white sugar, white flour kinds of sweets. We allow these on Saturday. Our sprout collection brings it together all the things that we would want to do for sprouting. Sprouting for salads, sprouting for sandwiches, sprouting for stir fry, different kinds of collections of sprouting. And then on this side we have the seasoned seed mix and all the things that go into that for toppings, for breads, for pizzas, for focaccia bread, those things that just spice things up so much and make everything look so festive with the seeds all over the top. The trail mix is really fun to have around too, because that can replace a meal anytime. Like, you know how they take it on hikes and they say it replaces a meal. Well, then why couldn't you do that any day? And so we have various things you could put in it. This veggie mix is something that I stumbled upon recently. When you add these freeze-dried vegetables, you can eat them right out of the can, and they're crunchy and really tasty. And when you mix it with some salty stuff and some nuts and maybe even a little fruit like a regular trail mix, it really is a meal replacement, and it's delicious. These are all of our whole foods, all the grains, and all the beans. And you gather those and put each one in a bucket, and then put each one also in a gallon container near your kitchen so that you can get them out easily and then refill them easily. So with the item labels, which just is one item at a time, and the recipe labels that go on the sides of the containers, this system starts to become something that really makes sense and can really be done easily. Once you have it all set up and organized, you will be good to go. So I hope you will enjoy setting up my Whole Foods kitchen in your own kitchen and start cooking with whole foods today.